Testing. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is another different kind of setup for today. I'm just trying out new things. I've got a new camera, and this is the last episode of the season. So welcome to the final episode of the Dark Side TDS, where I'll talk about the positives and the negatives of life. Okay, so today's topic is really interesting because I'm talking about the first times and trying out new things, trying out things that makes you feel kind of, uncomfortable. Try and make it less. Yeah. So, oh, I might almost committed suicide. Okay, but anyways, what I want to say is that sometimes when we try out new things, it really makes you feel very uncomfortable, and sometimes I'm playing with the camera. So sometimes like you are afraid of doing the thing, or maybe there's something that you really want to do, but you've never found the courage to do so. Maybe taking a roller coaster, okay? Going to another country to live, okay? So there are many things that a lot of us always wanted to try, but never was brave enough to try. So I think today's topic is all about opening your mind and giving you the courage to do that thing that you always wanted to try. So I'll start with myself. Okay, so I think in this year of 2024, I've already set myself to do like many different things that I've never done before. Even like just starting this podcast, right? So I want to challenge myself because I feel like maybe certain things on social media, like they may or not really be what I really want to do. So I really want to try to start a podcast because I feel like there are more sides of me than what you all see that is portrayed on the social media. So I want to show more sides of myself, and I'm a very chatty person. I'm not so sure if it translates on social media, but I want to have like meaningful conversations, and therefore I think that that's why I want to do a podcast. Yeah. So let's talk about how and doing this podcast, what kind of struggles I've had. I think it really taught me how to do time management. It really taught me how to, utilize all the tools that I've have. I mean, I have really have video editing background, from YouTube, right? I've already done that before. So making videos is not really a problem. But then making audio, I have a mic, okay, but I don't really use it. So well, this just gives me another excuse or reason to use it properly, I guess, now that um now that I am doing a podcast and I'm talking a lot. In terms of the voice quality, I've also learned, okay, so as you guys have mentioned, if you all notice, okay, episode 3 was really bad, okay, because I didn't really sync the microphone to the recording device, okay, on my laptop. That's what I normally do, and therefore it was raw audio from the video, and it was quite fuzzy. So although that was a very emotional episode, that was also, I think, one of the biggest regret I've had for this podcast, because I think I should have checked further. And yeah, I think maybe certain certain message weren't really put across as well because of the audio. You might not have a good time listening to it, and I'm so sorry if that have happened. I also make stupid mistakes along the way, like in the podcast, like for example episode 9. As you guys can see in the first like 10 minutes or so, I'm actually wearing a new piece of clothing. So the tag was there and I didn't notice, okay? So it was so funny. I only noticed like 10 minutes in and I flipped it to the back. So it's a new piece of clothing, and obviously your boy here is too lazy, okay, to go and cut the tag. So I just wore it. I mean, because I'm at home, right? I'm comfortable. I don't really have to do anything else. So that was a really stupid mistake that I think, looking back at it, is quite funny. Yeah, but um I think I've really challenged myself because I'm really putting myself out there and making and telling people stories about me or what have happened. And it's very private stuff that I don't think a lot of people would do or share. But I think in terms of and doing this, it really helps me learn myself a lot more. And it really, I mean, I'm trying to preach in a certain way, but at the same time, I'm teaching myself, okay? And from the statistics, right? As in, I mean, because I have a very huge amount of following, right? So people would think that, oh, you're gonna be a whatever you do is gonna be smooth sailing. Like everyone gonna support you, but don't forget that because of my niche, right? Anything else that I'm doing that is not K-pop related, it doesn't really do very well. For example, like when I do cosplay, right, it doesn't really do that well if you take a look at the likes and the comments and whatnot. But so this podcast per se, I'm not talking about only the dark side of K-pop. Or actually, in fact, I've never talked about K-pop yet. Yeah. Okay, I briefly talk about it. I mean, while making my content. Okay, but I haven't really talked about, you know, um, like yeah, like spilling the tea of K-pop. So obviously, I think to my like mathematic calculation, I don't think the stats are looking very good. And in fact, like I think the first few episodes had only like 20 over listeners on Spotify, and then on YouTube it's slightly better, maybe 100 over, but it's a very small amount compared to the following I have on Instagram. Maybe it's like 100 times lesser if my math is doing no 1,000 times lesser. Yeah, so and I'm okay with that. Like I'm not doing this so that I can get famous, so that I can gain something out of this. I think more importantly, I'm doing this because I want to put this out there so that the right people can listen and get something from this. I don't know if I'm making sense, but um you know as we grow up we become so like calculative in a sense that I must do this so I will get a return, right? But at where I'm at right now, I feel like I want to do things that really fulfills my heart. I think that's more important, and that's why I started and tried to do this. Okay, like I'll be talking a lot of my first time or trying new things that I've done this year, which is very different from what I've done. Maybe this is the year of awakening for me. I have no idea. I'm forcing myself out of my comfort zone, and in doing so, I gain so much more experiences. Yeah, so yeah, talking about the podcast, I think that um even if there's a small amount of people that's listening to this, I totally am okay with it. And I'm doing this so that when I'm older, right, I can look back and see, hey, oh, I've created something interesting before. Sometimes when I listen back to my podcast, I also think I really said that. Sometimes it's quite good, or like sometimes it's quite cringe, or I look at like my mistakes and whatnot. But this is a part of me that I've left on the internet, on the I don't know, on the web, okay, or like on the media space where it can be dug up, I don't know, 10 years later, provided Spotify is still there. But this will be a part of me. And so whoever's interested can just listen and see if they have any, um, I don't know, anything to take away from this. So I'm very happy with what I've done, okay, and I delivered 10 episodes as mentioned, okay, and this is already the final episode. Just a quick check, okay, I don't know if you guys can see, but I don't know. Do you guys think that look different from episode 9? Because that was in May and this is July now, okay, yeah. It's just a few days from the day of publishing, so it's kind of rushed, but yeah, my hair color has changed also. my god, why the zoom? Okay, maybe because I blocked my face. And then so I did lose some weight, okay, with intermittent fasting, and I really stuck to like stew and salads, okay. As I've mentioned, I'm really on a very strict diet, so I yeah, that's something new for me because I'm trying to lose a lot of weight, because for the first time I'm almost 100 kg. Okay, so that really struck me, okay. And then for the first time I signed up to a gym, okay, and I think I'm showing some progress right now, although it's not like perfect, okay. I won't say my body is fantastic, but it's definitely better than what it was before. So this is what I realized, that if you don't take the first step, you'll never get close to what you want, regardless whatever it is. Whether it is a promotion that you're looking at, whether it is like a job, whether it is a status, whether it is anything that you want to do, like changing your work from, let's say, office job to work from home. I think you need to do the first step, and sometimes that first step can be quite scary. Like, trust me, I doing this podcast alone, it was scary. It is still scary, and I'm a one man show, so I do everything, and so yeah, there's a very high chance that I'll screw up, but still I put in the work and just still do it nonetheless, because you can only rely on yourself, right? Sometimes, like, and yeah, so it takes a lot of discipline, okay, and also, but without that first step, you wouldn't have this 9 episodes, right? You wouldn't have this um how to say, I think it is what they call butterfly effect, okay, of whatever your first action has caused, okay. Without that, it might be another trigger to a chain reaction to something that is closer to what you want to do. So I think that doing something that you want to do really should be your goal when you're slightly older, or when you're slightly more financial stable, to kind of do things that fulfill your heart. I think happiness is quite important, right? I mean, I don't earn anything from this, but I'm kind of happy doing this. I push myself to do this, and I really hope that I'll continue to do this, although I'll take a break probably. Yeah. So yeah, I've reviewed two things. Okay, I've started a podcast this year. This is new. I got into the gym. This is new. Yeah. So I think that what is stopping most people from doing the first step in changing, let's say changing a job, like you really hate the job, but um there's very good financial stability in the job. That's why they don't have to take the first step to get out of it, right? Um, Sometimes people are too comfortable. Like me, I'm too comfortable. Like, I was always doing things that I'm used to, and I felt that that's enough, okay? But there was just one day I look back at myself, and I think back and think, like, because I teach tuition, right? Like, me as an individual, there's nothing wrong with teaching, and there's nothing wrong with like tuition, but I think I'm so much more than that. I think I can deliver. I think I can give more than that. I still really like doing content, but I think along the way it has changed, and still taking some form, but I don't want to be a tutor for the rest of my life. But at the same time, if I'm not doing anything else, that will be what I'll be doing. So I need to do things to break myself out of this cycle, because if I'm only doing things that I'm used to, I will never get out of this cycle. Okay? So the third thing that I've done this year, which is my first time, my first experience, is I've signed up for a life coaching session, like it's a module. Okay, so it's under the I can't remember now. I think it's ICF. Okay, so which is like International Coaching Federation. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. Okay, but anyways, it's some recognizable universal like company organization that like takes people life coach. And I guess you guys must be wondering like, why do you want to do life coach? Like it's not like you have your life together, or it's not like you are, I don't know, you're qualified, and or maybe based on my look I'm not really a life coach material. But I feel like just somehow I feel joy in helping other people see things that are in their blind spot. I feel joy when I can guide people through a difficult time. Especially, a lot of people come to me for advice, and I feel like there are many times where I feel people will tell me very deep and vulnerable things, which I'm very grateful for. And if I can make an impact in someone's life, I think that's the most rewarding thing that I might get out of it. And I've been teaching for so long, right? So I definitely know how to approach a topic. But there are obviously problems that I've never seen before. But I would like to maybe brainstorm, figure, analyze, okay, with the person on the current situation and see what are the available options. I feel that because I mean I've been teaching kids for a very long time, and kids are, unfortunately, some of them are very irresponsible. So the progress is never like always going up. There are always times where it's a rebound, or maybe because of a lack of motivation things happen, and then stuff happen, and then suddenly the grades are horrible again. So I feel like it's quite stressful and it's quite disappointing for me. And I think that an adult maybe has more determination, or has more, how to say, responsibility to take ownership of their life. And I've seen many like, you know, cases of life coaching, and I feel that it can be a very impactful thing. Although it's not really like therapy because I'm not a therapist, okay? But sometimes, I don't know, I feel that it's not an easy job as well, because you need to have the patience and you need to have the heart to really see someone through, and it's not just doing it just for the money. Yeah, but I'm still starting up. So I have tackled on a few friends, okay. Actually, I've been applying whatever I've learned, okay, to the people around me. I don't know if y'all notice, okay, like whenever I engage in conversations, I start asking really difficult but meaningful questions. And this like gives them thoughts that they have never encountered. Or sometimes I just give them like a retrospect, okay, like because sometimes when you're in a situation, it's very hard for you to see the problem. But if I were to mirror it to someone else, or myself, or someone, or maybe switch the roles, right? They will figure out that maybe the situation they are in is not that great, you know. I'm not encouraging anything. I'm just asking them to think about how they really feel, rather than trying to pretend that everything is okay. Yeah, I think that is the first step, which is accepting and understanding the situation. Yeah, so obviously if I could do this in the long term, that would be great. Okay, but I don't know. I'm just trying out. I'm still trying out, and um yeah, I to be honest, um I feel like if you have reached thus far, okay, if you have really liked whatever I'm doing, maybe it'll be a good fit for me and you, who knows? Okay, so if you're really interested, I'm looking out to help out maybe 5 other listeners, okay? Only because I don't really have the time as well. So if you're really interested, like do click into the link below, maybe submit your name and your IG handle, and then we'll discuss. I mean, live coaching sessions can be quite expensive, okay? So I mean, you go and Google it. I think a typical session is about 100 to 200 USD or even more, okay? Obviously, I can't do this for free, but at the same time, I won't charge so expensive. Maybe because I'm still starting up, maybe I'll just charge like maybe 20 to 30 USD just to listen to more cases and maybe help people with it and see how it goes. Yeah, so just for the first 5 people who are interested, we can do this and maybe have a session. Yeah, so I think my strength is somewhat guiding slash positive slash nourishing others. Like I've went for, okay, I don't know if you guys believe this kind of thing, like those like aura checking and stuff, right? I've always been more inclined to like healing in a sense, whereby I went for this, that time there was this MAC event, MEC event, MAC Cosmetic, and then there was this free aura reading. So this lady told me I have green, yellow, and purple aura. But then the colors are all very pastel, okay, which is perfect because I love pastels. And then um the the green to I can't remember I remember the green part is like more like she says that I'm like a mother. Like I would definitely people will come to me to, you know, like ask questions, get nourished and stuff. So I have a very healing, empathetic character, which I definitely agree. Yellow is more of the creative side, the creative streak that I have. Purple I can't remember. Yeah, but I think the green is the part that because she looked at me because you see I have very bright hair. She's like, "What do you do?" I said, "Oh, I'm a teacher." Then she's like, "Oh, no wonder because teachers will have this green aura." And she's like, "Yeah, that makes total sense." And always when I played games, right, I always like playing the healer. Like even from young, Maple Story, I'll be the healer, I'll be the cleric, the bishop. Ragnarok, I'll be the acolyte, the priest. In League of Legends, I'll be Soraka, I'll be the healer. I always like healing people. I don't want to see them die. I don't want to see them reach rock bottom. And there's this satisfaction of like healing people. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I truly believe like I mean I'm just connecting everything. Maybe I'm making too much of an assumption, but I think I have that quality. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just trying out a new venture of this and see how it goes because um due to time constraint I don't know if this will be um a suitable career path for me. But at the same time, you see, if I don't try, I will never know. Okay, and I'm trying. I'm just putting it out there, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's okay. I've tried. I know. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this part where I've asked you guys to ask me some questions. I'm gonna look through. Okay, I have some from my DMs, so I'm gonna take a look at the questions. Okay, so yeah, so one of the question is like, why did you decide to do this series? I think I've kind of mentioned this, okay, because I want to put truth in my story. I want to put like and highlight my uncomfortable stories to let people realize that life is not that smooth sailing. When I was younger, I thought that life was easy. Everyone's life is easy. But the more I look at it, the more I realize that there are very difficult parts in everyone's life that they don't talk about, and sometimes it's not very easy to get out of it. And the more normal a life is, right, the more uncommon it is. I realize there's so many like broken families, problems, or like abuse, what miscarriage, divorce. There's so many things in a family, but they are not commonly talked about. But at the same time, this could be something that you are facing: stress, depression. Yeah, there's so many things, and I hope that like grief, or like, I don't know, chasing your dreams. I hope that with my stories, it have given you, I don't know, something to take away, something to learn. Yeah, so that's why I decided to do this series. If you weren't making content, what would you be doing in life? Wow. Uh, I have no idea, But okay, I've always had this phase where I wanted to be like a model. I know that I want to be in front of the camera. I think the camera loves me. I guess I don't know if that is a bit shameless to say that, but I think the camera kind of loved me, okay? And I think that I perform well in front of the camera. Of course, it takes practice. Of course, it takes practice, okay? Like, if you give me like 20 years ago, I'll be so cringe. I think I tried making videos of self introduction and it was so bad. But now I think I can be authentic and speak my truth. Whereas maybe 10 years ago, I'll be more people pleasing. But now I can be cutthroat enough. Yeah. Even at like the first meeting with someone. Yeah. Okay, so wait, you are 30? I thought you were 19. Yeah, so I've always get this like, people I don't think I'm 19. I don't think I look 19 lah. I mean, if you tell me I look 20 something, that's still kind of possible, but I'm actually 32. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell. Okay. Yeah. So maybe it's because of the styling that I do on myself. I look a lot younger. I can look like an old person if I really want to. Another helping thing is that I think I have baby fats, yeah, on my cheeks. It's kind of chubby, so it gives a youthful appearance, although I'm starting to form some wrinkles here and there. Yeah. Favorite K-pop group. Okay, I think I have always I cannot choose like my favorite K-pop group per se. It always changes from season to season. I'll say in this season my favorite female K-pop group would be Kiss of Life. Like Mida's Touch is like a bop, so much of a bop. And for boy group it would be TWS, like the I'm your ass, can you be my N, something like that. It's so catchy. So I think that these two are my favorite K-pop groups as of now. Favorite cosplay. Wow. To be honest, there was one cosplay that was also something fulfilling my bucket list, okay, of when I was younger. It was Saint Seiya's Andromeda, okay. That one I had to commission my friend to Apple, okay, to help me like um his nickname is really Apple, okay. I'm not trying to give her a nickname. Um he made an armor for me and it's pink, the hair is green, and it has chains. I think that was one of the most satisfying cosplay that I've ever had because it was a show that I've watched since young, and to finally do it, because I think it's of difficulty because there are armor involved. I'm not that good at it, but to have someone assemble it for me and to put everything together, and after editing, wow, that was like I think my favorite cosplay. Okay, so yeah, I think more or less that's what some people have asked. So yeah, so let me talk about the final thing that I'm trying that's causing me so much stress recently. I'm having insomnia of this. That's the reason why I'm losing weight. That's the reason why I'm so stressed. Okay, and I'm finally gonna say it right now at this 30 minutes mark. Okay, which is I will be releasing a music video. Okay, and Like, I will finally debut. I will be putting up a song on Spotify, and I have a dance choreo going on, and I have like I'm flying over to Vietnam in a few days. Okay, so to finally film the other parts of the song, and that is something I'm trying. That is something that has always been the top of my bucket list. Okay, and I'm an independent artist, meaning I funded everything. Okay, from the music to the producer to the choreographer, dancers to the set to the wardrobe to the makeup to the flight to the hotel to the crew to the cameraman, stylist, makeup artist, and my co-star. Okay, everything I'll have to pay for it, and of course it's kind of expensive. Okay, but I know that this is something that I have to do it, and I have to take upon myself to do it because I'm really 32. Okay, like if someone wanted to sign me, it would have happened way earlier. So I would say fuck that. I'm gonna just launch something myself. I will not wait for an opportunity because I think I waited long enough, and I'm getting old, so I might not be able to dance as well. I might not be able to be in good shape, and that's the reason why I've been trying to be on such a like strict diet. Okay, because my filming, okay, as of now I can say that the dance part is over. Okay, I've already finished filming the dance, but the aesthetic part, because I need to fly to Vietnam to do it, so it's still in the midst. Okay, and so a little surprise for you guys. Okay, you guys notice that I have a opening and I have an ending song, right? I don't know if you guys like listen or just always skip lah. Okay, that is a part of my song. Okay, and you have already been listening to it for the past 9 episodes or so. Okay, or maybe the first episode. This is the first time you've been here. So that's already a teaser of what you'll be listening to with lyrics, okay, and with singing. So I'm finally like fulfilling my singer, idol, dancer kind of dream, and it's like it really it really warms my heart because like although it's kind of gross that I'm paying out of myself to crown myself this, but it's really something on my bucket list that I've always wanted to do, and to have everything come out like this, um like if like touch wood, okay, there's no wood here, touch wood, but if I were to die tomorrow, I would be totally satisfied. So yeah, I don't regret anything, and I I wish I have done it earlier, okay? But maybe there's a reason for everything. Maybe there's a divine timing, okay? Because I feel like all the years of accumulation of like my um dance, uh modeling experience, cosplay, makeup, all these are like how to say combined when I need to do this project, and my years of singing in karaoke has kind of helped me, and I feel like this time around I really utilized all the resources that I could, okay, because I want to bring the cost down to a minimum. So this was the best I could do. Of course I'm not expecting K-pop level standard, okay, there's a limit to the budget, so there would be a limit to the quality as well. It will not be super amazing, okay? Maybe it'll be a B-rated movie kind of vibe, but I'm satisfied with that. Rather than having nothing in the market, okay? So because of this project, I have learned so many things. Like I've learned how to record in a proper setting. I've learned how to like work with music producers. I've learned how to like the melody, the lyrics, because yeah, I would hopefully make up more videos of that. Okay, I don't think I will continue this podcast in the next few weeks. I might take a little break. Yeah, so I'll talk about that later. But this project is something that I'm really, really excited about, and it is my dream to do so. And actually, I wanted to do this when I was 30, but unfortunately, I've delayed a bit too much. Okay, but after doing this song, it gives me the possibility that I can make songs. I can spread messages in a different medium, and that's so fresh to me. Like, it's not even about making a hit song, making it viral, earning money out of it. I mean, if it happens, that's great, but I think more importantly is fulfilling my bucket list of becoming a singer, you know? Yeah. Um Although there are some issues with my singing, yeah, not gonna lie, definitely need some auto tune, but I have really pushed myself, and I think that if not for this push, I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't have experienced so many things, you know. And this is actually one of the most scariest thing, okay? Because y'all can see that when some people, right, when they release like music videos, it can be laughed at, okay? And of course, I'm guilty, okay? I've laughed at many people also. I'm sorry, but at the same time, people are very judgmental, and there's no saying how your music is gonna be perceived, okay? It can be horrible to other people, it can be good to other people, but if you don't put it out there, you never know. So I'm just gonna put it out there and see what comes out of it. Even if there's only like 10 views, even if there's only like 100 views, even if there's only like 2 views, which is one of it is contributed to myself, I'm totally satisfied with it, because this is what I want to do. It's not for other people, it's for myself, you know. It's really just to heal my inner child, just to heal my like aspiration, and to tell myself that I can do it if I put my mind and heart into it, you know. And that is such a rewarding process, because I've proved to myself and other people that said that I would not get this, okay? Especially like my mom, you know. So I've proved to them that I can do this, you know. Regardless of the result, I don't care, okay? Maybe it's a flop. If it's a flop, it's a flop, okay? But you cannot deny that I've produced this, okay? So that's what I hope you guys can get out of today's topic, which is to try the thing that you are the most afraid of, okay? Like, I don't know, maybe someone that is in a breakup, okay? You're really afraid to be in a relationship. Why do you keep thinking that the next person will be as bad as your previous one? Just try, especially when you're young. Or like, if you are waiting to job switch, okay? But if you're really suffering in your job, like, why are you still putting yourself up there, okay? Sometimes if you still have financial problems, then I totally get it, but you need to put your ass in finding and submitting more resumes, and you know, go and actively go out and seek for those interviews. If not, they will not come to you. So that's why I've realized in this entire like journey that when you want things to happen, it can happen. Okay? Let me just spoil a little bit more about the song that I'm doing. So it all came about, right, from an April Fool's joke. Okay, so I think some of y'all might have seen it, okay? The picture where I mentioned, so there was this picture about a male swimming, and it's funny because I just took a little like swimming pool shot, like, but like a little mermaid vibes, and I just decided to make like an April Fool's joke, which I've always done, you know, like pretending like this is a new song. So the joke's getting old already. It's no longer funny because it becomes very miserable and sad. Like, again, like, don't you have better options? And to the point that maybe because of the dark side of K-pop, right, like it has blown up, a lot of people this year became more anticipating and disappointed from my joke. And I felt like, oh my god, like maybe there is an audience right now. maybe I was not ready a few years ago, but maybe right now I am, and the concept was quite interesting, what, because it's about a male siren. I mean, you don't really see like male sirens, it's always females and they're always very bad, right? So um yeah, I decided to do this song with the theme of the male siren, trying to use his voice for good, to be an idol instead of killing people. And I felt that okay, such a strong concept, it's gonna look good because I have some knowledge, and I've always done like water, makeup, like mermaid and stuff. So I have like um decided on this theme and decided to do this, and in about 1 month, okay, I have made the song, recorded, and the producer have like finessed it, okay, and then so if I were to look at the timeline, right, I finished the song in 1 month. I uh had to find people to do choreography, and the choreo was only learned in like 3 weeks, and the shoot was in like 3 weeks from the session. So 1 month to produce, record, finesse, another month to learn choreo and to dance, another month to like film the other parts of the aesthetic. Okay, so that's why I'm flying to Vietnam, okay, because I found a studio that has a freaking pool, and I can swim into it and get some beauty shots that's in water. Like that was something I cannot find in Singapore, and that's why I'm flying over there. So also very grateful that my co-star Kat, okay, Kat Gray, she's gonna be appearing as the evil siren. Let's just see how it goes from there. I shall not spill too much, okay? Maybe I'll make another episode on like my whole thoughts after um doing this song. But can you see I'm so excited? Like I'm like, but at the same time I was super worried because there are many circumstances that I cannot control, and I can only roll with the punches. So that's something that I've learned, okay? I cannot be like too hard out on the details. There's a lot of last minute changes. I can only accept it as it goes, okay? Because if I were to like be stuck at that process, I'll never get it done. So there are many times in this process I've really wanted to give up. Like okay, let's just stop. Okay, maybe I don't dance already. Okay, maybe I don't release already. But it went so serious because I just wanted to put a song and leave it at that, okay? Or put a music video and leave it at that. But I've gone to like maybe sign with a distribution company, like sign with the publishing company to actually distribute the song, and it has become more serious than I've expected. But if I have not put the thought of doing this, I would have not come so far, I feel. And I really need to give myself a pat on the back for really honoring my own words to myself and to fulfill myself. So I hope that whoever's listening to this, I know that the step that you're gonna make is gonna be difficult, but if this difficult step is gonna be one step closer to whatever you are wishing for, I think this is worth it. Okay, I think that you should do it. I think that you need to make that step soon, okay? Because time waits for no man. If not, you'll be stuck in the job that you are desperately wanting to get out of. If not, you'll be stuck in that horrible relationship that you really want to get out of it. If not, you'll be stuck in that family that doesn't understand you and gives you so much stress and problem. You will still be in there, okay? But if you take the first step to break the cycle, amazing things will come out of it. I truly believe in that, and I hope that maybe with this story, it might or not inspire you guys to do something out of your comfort zone. And the only reason that you're comfortable is because you have not stepped out of your comfort zone, and the only reason why you haven't grown is because you're too comfortable. I don't think anyone is too old to learn, so we should all still learn how to grow. We should all learn how to make new experiences, okay? And to be honest, I want to like credit like the last new thing that I've done this year was that I've joined a like no I started listening to podcasts, and I've joined a like a support group called Lito podcast, and it was really the one that helped me reframe my mind, helped me grow my mental state of mind and improve my mind, and I felt like I've learned so much from them. I was very happy, and I've made it to a face-to-face event like I think last month. That was something I was very scared also because I don't I don't know how is it like to meet a bunch of strangers, and but they're also like-minded and open-minded people. It really, wow, it was a breath of fresh air. Everyone was not pretentious, everyone was just very earnest and sincere, and in the media industry it's not very common. So I think that, and I want to thank Laito for really pushing me and giving me this opportunity and to, help me grow as a person, because if I've not discovered them, I might still be doing tuition to, and I'm still doing tuition, there's nothing wrong with it, but I might not have launched this song, okay? So, the supposed release date, I think kind of say it right now. Um, as of this episode, when it's released, it'll be on the 22nd of July. It'll be less than a month, okay, after this episode is released. So, in the next 4 weeks after this episode, I'll be putting up YouTube videos of the makings of my music video. So you'll see all the struggles that I've gone through, okay? Recording the song, the dance, and stuff. Yeah, all of it. Then eventually I'll have the countdown to my teasers to the actual review, and let's just see how it goes from there. Okay, I'm really excited to see how everything unfolds. I hope that it'll be smooth sailing, although I've already been from a rocky start, but I hope all goes well, and then yeah, I will be a singer in 2024. That's like so funny, like, but yeah. So I cannot imagine. So it's like quite cool, right? So imagine if you're in a party, right, and then people are like, so what have you done before? And you're like, oh, I have released a song. Oh, I've released a music video. It's like, whoa, it's like the next level. It's no longer karaoke version or karaoke level, but if you really have a product out there in the market, it just brings you to the next level. Okay, but then you must also see what's the quality of the product. But anyways, I feel that enough of me talking. It's almost like 48 minutes in. The main point of today is hopefully you guys start doing more things that you guys are happy with, okay, that really aligns your heart and is what you truly want to do, and also do the first step, okay, or try something that you have always wanted to do but never set the time to, because you never know what awaits you. So, well, yeah, so such a roller coaster, right? From fitness to like life coaching to music video and dance and all. So I think life is very fulfilling like this, and it is really very rewarding whenever I look back at my journey. So I know that in this year I have not wasted my time. I have not like, you know, set up lame always what's that called? At the end of the year you'll make a list of things. What do they always call that? They are the wish list or whatever for the year, that you have to finish. So making a song has always been the top of my list, which I've never been able to strike off. But this year, finally, I can strike it off and say that I have done this. And who knows? This could be the start of more songs and projects that might spark off something else. You never know, right? So, yeah, I guess that is enough babbling. Okay. I hope that y'all have learned something today. I hope that has encouraged you guys. I hope that has made you guys want to try. Okay, go and set a deadline. Okay, that's why I was very stressed, because I go and set deadline. Okay, yeah, on the music video I wanted this year, especially in August. Okay, kind of near Sandwich's birthday as well. And it's a very pretty number. I'm a very Chinese person, so I have auspicious numbers. Okay, and this set of numbers are only available this year, so I think that, okay, this is like my calling to do this, release this, and see how it goes from there. Okay, so yeah, stop feeling comfortable, stop giving yourself excuses and reasons to do the things that you are always wanted to do, because the only person that is stopping you from reaching your goals is yourself. That's all I want to say. And thank you guys so much for watching these 10 episodes, or maybe if this is your first episode, thank you for watching this episode. I have really I don't know, I think I found a voice. I think I have found kind of like the direction. My initial thought for like maybe season 2, maybe like another 10 episodes, will be more like related to like school. I definitely have very juicy things about the school that I want to talk about that I was working in. That one episode in episode 8 was not enough. I have so many things to talk about certain students, I have so many things to talk about certain parents, so many things to talk about certain teachers, management, that this entails for season 2 for sure. But I might fill in another, like, I don't know, a few more episodes before I start off season 2. I think season 2 will... Okay, I'm gonna put a deadline. So you see, I give you guys the word, so it will come out by then, right? So I give myself a deadline. I think that season 2 will come out at the start of September. Okay, so I'll spill more tea about the school from the start of September, but from July to August, I cannot guarantee there'll be any episodes, but I definitely have some thoughts. Okay, I'll definitely talk a bit more about my music video after everything has launched, and then yeah, I will talk about maybe some other thoughts that I have. Okay, like maybe how I became from an extrovert to an introvert, or talking about self-worth, talking about what else? Yeah, some more like mental stuff that I feel like talking about. Then shall see how it goes. Okay, but for now, this is the end of season 1. Okay, there might be some bonus episodes, but yeah, the main bulk of season 2 will appear in September. Okay, I'm gonna take a 1 month break. But I promise I'll come back. Okay, I will. To the 7 loyal listeners on Spotify, whoever you guys are, okay, thank you so much. I know and I can see, because from the first 3 episodes onwards, it has dropped significantly. But okay, it's fine. To the 7 loyal listeners on Spotify, and the 100 people on YouTube that are listening to this, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for letting this bright colored hair boy talk non-stop about what has happened and what has inspired him, and hopefully that has continued to inspire you guys. Okay, so I think the internet is a very amazing place. Okay, if not for that, I would not have connected to you guys. And if not for that, I would not have learned or pushed myself out of my comfort zone. So it's your time now to push yourself out of the comfort zone, do things that you are not comfortable with, and hopefully you guys can gain important life lessons out of it. Okay, so yeah, like wow. It has been a really long journey. Filming this was, I think, like a 2 months project, okay? And um I have kept my word to really upload episodes every like week. So um yeah, I think I can still handle 10. Another 10 more, I think I can still can. I really don't know how long I would continue this. But like I say, it's not for anyone, it's really for myself. If I find topics or if I find any things that I really want to talk about, I would. And then maybe in season 3 I really talk about the nitty gritty and the really really juicy stuff about K-pop. I don't know. Should I do that? I really don't know. Like yeah. But hopefully in these 10 episodes you finally learn more about me as a human being and learn that I don't know, I'm not that unapproachable, okay, because of how I look and the makeup and stuff, right? It's always very easy to get mistaken or like I don't know, like people would think that I'm a very stuck up person, but sometimes it just takes you to talk to me. I'm a lot more guarded right now. Okay, maybe that's why I need to talk about why I became an introvert. Okay, but I feel like I really enjoy conversation with people, especially like one to one, but maybe in a big crowd I'll be very quiet. Like I would like to observe people and see the situation and then see what's appropriate to say. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I've revealed the theme of the song. I've revealed the dates kinda for the music video. Okay, and yeah, you will see it in less than 1 month's time. Okay, so when that happens, please stream my song. Okay, for 7 of my Spotify listener and 100 over people on YouTube. Okay, hopefully I don't know. I'm aiming really low. Like if I can get like maybe uh even 10K views on YouTube, I think I'll be more than happy already. Like, yeah. I'm a very I'm an independent artist, like what can I expect, right? A million is definitely out of reach. Okay, so yeah, 10K. Small goal, okay? 10K I think is quite doable. Even most of my shorts can hit 10K, but then a video is a bit difficult because it's a YouTube video. So yeah, if I can get 10K, I'll be really happy. And who knows? I might make some interesting merch out of this. And yeah, I think really just okay because I'm gonna fund. I've already paid so much, which is close to like 5 digit. Ouch. So I'm thinking of making some merch to like recoup my loss, but also because I'm an independent artist, I don't have that much money to make merch also, so I only make like a small amount. So hopefully, if you guys are listening to this, you guys can support me. Okay, yeah. So I think I will really end off now. Okay, it's almost like 1 hour. Thank you so much for listening to me. I keep wanting to end, but I keep never end. Okay, so I'm so sorry. If you have to stick by for so long. Okay. For the last time in season 1, as of July, this should be 22nd in 2024. Thank you so much for listening, Shadow Cats. Okay, and I hope that my stories and my actions have encouraged you to do things or to put certain thoughts in your mind, and when things happen next time, you'll be reminded to do what you really want. Okay, before I go, I just want to show off my beautiful butterfly earring, which is like non-existent. Okay, but yeah, okay. So Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, have a great week, have a great year. Start doing things that you're uncomfortable with, grow, and become a better person. Okay, that's all. Bye. Stretching to 1 hour. Bye. Now listen to the end of the music that is the teaser of my music. Go.